Aloha everyone and welcome to another Tinker's Academy video. I'm your host Kay Elmer and this video, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas 2024 and here are some quantum gift giving ideas for those of you who would like to spread positive vibrations and good frequencies to all of your loved ones this coming holiday season. Yes, I know it's early, but some of my ideas have a long lead time. So I wanted to get this out early, get you guys thinking, get you excited about what you can do with your blocks, as well as how you can share the gift of quantum energy. So here, let's just jump right in. So first thing I want to just mention, there's just this set of no-brainers. It's a no-brainer that if you wanted to gift someone the gift of positive energy, clearly, there's gift cards available on the Leela Q site for products and gift cards available on Quantum Upgrade for Quantum Upgrade services. So if you go to the Quantum Upgrade website, you click on shop right here, you click on gift cards, then it's going to give you your various options on all the different gift cards that are available for, you can, go ahead and just give this to somebody and then they could subscribe. Or, if you want to be super generous, you could always add them to your subscription and then use the sharing feature so they can control their own settings and then the billing would just go to you. Now, if you go over to the Leela Quantum Tech site, if you go right into the shop section, the shop area, and you just click on gift cards, then the gift cards are available right there, and you can just set the amount you want to gift, and then they can use these gift cards on the site. So that's kind of a no-brainer, just for them. Now you can also then, of course, buy products for them, and there are some great products, and I have bought numerous different products. So clearly, some of the great gifts that you could give people that would just, really kind of just share that positive vibration, that positive energy with your loved ones. The capsules are awesome. The water bottles are great. There's a jacket right now that they've been selling for a couple of years, but there's going to be a new jacket that's going to have a lot more features. And Philip's really excited about it. That's Philip right there, the owner operator. And so we were just talking about it. There's going to be a new jacket coming out in a few weeks. So, just in time for, the holiday shopping season. So I bought my daughter one of the original jackets. She loves it. I'm probably going to be buying her a new one for Christmas, and don't tell her. And then, of course, there's t-shirts and hats. And then for people with pets, the quantum charged pet collars. These are some of the great ideas. It's all a no-brainer, just sharing Leela Quantum Tech with people who otherwise, just don't have those kinds of things, or, I just haven't thought about getting some for themselves. So that's kind of the easy ones, right? And I just wanted to put that out there, that they're great ideas, definitely something to consider. But then the other thing too that I want to kind of share with you, for you block owners only, and this is one of the incredible perks and benefits of actually having a block as opposed to a subscription, which, they're both incredibly wonderful. But having a block, you can really start doing stuff because you've got control of what you want to create using your block. So one of the very first thing is custom capsules. Now, I've done this numerous times and all sorts of different ways. And one of the first things I want to say about a custom capsule is you can make it any metal you want, which is really cool. So you can use brass, you can use gold and silver. So just to kind of give you some ideas on basically, if you wanted to go, and I'll be giving you guys links in the video description for all this stuff if you want to just take a look at it. But if you just go on eBay, there's just multiple different sites will sell these brass capsules. Now the thing is I think they ship from China, so it does take a few weeks to get them. So you want to order them early. But the idea, though, is you could order your own blank brass capsules. You can go on Etsy and order the titanium spheres, and you could make your own Leela capsules and then share those with your friends and loved ones as a great gift, and then you can also create silver. You can, the idea here is any metal will work. And so now I've actually made silver capsules for my daughter, and she wasn't so thrilled of the brass one. She's a girly girl, didn't think that was beautiful enough. So I got her one of these, and it's just one little example of what a sterling silver capsule looks like, and you just basically go on eBay, and you, I'm not sure if Amazon sells them, but I know eBay does because that's where I've got the old one, the one I got for her. And I made her a silver one because she just wasn't too thrilled with the brass one. Now also too, they also make gold ones, and they get kind of pricey. You can kind of see like right here, a 10 karat gold capsule. They call them, they either call them a capsule pendant, or they call them urn pendants for people that want to have carry the ashes of a loved one in a pendant. So, but they're empty, so you can put your titanium spheres in there. You could put whatever you want in there as long as it's metal, because you want it to hold the charge and hold whatever frequency you're using. But you can definitely, here's a 10 karat gold capsule pendant, urn pendant. It's pricey. It's made out of gold, but you could really get fancy with this. And of course, there's different shapes. There's heart shapes and you name it. Okay, so that's my point, is that there's a lot of different options where you can just create capsules for people, and you're not just restricted to creating just a Leela brass capsule. Now, the other thing I do want to mention too, that when you do create your capsules, I made a tutorial called How to Use Your Super Capsule. And in that tutorial, I showed people how to make custom frequencies with spheres, or, if you have a block, make custom frequency and put them on foils. So if let's say you have, you have a bunch of the Leela frequencies, or you want to make your own frequencies. But one of the things that I have done is I've made like basically a blank brass capsule for people. It's it's a super capsule, like an Olympic capsule, right? That's on the website. So it's just blank, meaning it's all pure quantum energy. I use my infinity block. It's my the strongest one. So I make a strong super capsule, right? Our Olympic capsule. So it's just quantum energy. And then what I do is I make 5 separate foils. So I make one of like the happiness frequency. I make one usually like it's the woman's booster or the men's booster, depending on who I'm gifting it to. Abundance, prosperity, all these positive, positive kind of frequencies. And I put them in little envelopes, and I put little labels on them. So then, and then I put I put them in that little purple bag that Leela sells. And so for a nice presentation, but it's kind of cool where you can give someone a neutral capsule with 5 different foils, and they can interchange what frequency they want to use it with. You just I show you in the tutorial how to do that, and it's kind of a cool thing. It's like you can make that capsule whatever they want, and give them that flexibility, and give them multiple frequencies to use with it, and it's pretty cool. And everyone has loved those when I've gifted those things. And then I did mention the custom frequencies, so you're never, if you have a block, you're never just just stuck with just whatever Leela sells. There's tons of frequencies all over the place, and so whatever would help that person, whatever, if they have a condition, you can create a special frequency foil for them and put that foil in there so they can use that with their capsule, or make them a card, whatever. But the idea though is you can customize capsules, you can customize frequencies, and those are some great gifts, and everyone I've ever gifted those to have absolutely loved them. Now, the other thing, obviously, you have a block. So you can charge stuff. And charging stuff is really just like the sky's the limit. And so here are some ideas for quantum gifts in which, you can just, like if you're buying someone jewelry, charge it. I just recently gave my daughter a nice sterling silver bracelet that I got off of eBay. And then I charged it with vitamins and mineral frequencies. And then I just gifted it to her just to say, just carry that frequency around with you. She loved it. Got her a sterling silver ring to match, and I charged that with something. And she's just wearing them, and she loves that jewelry. And it's not just, it's not just nice silver jewelry or gold, but it's charged with, positive energy, positive frequencies. Of course, the water bottles are great. If you got a bunch of nibblings, like nephews and nieces and whatever, just getting them all a nice charged water. Everybody uses a water bottle. Why not get a nice metal one and go ahead and charge that? And you can put frequencies in it too. Now, infoceuticals is another thing, and if you're not familiar with that, the idea behind infoceuticals is basically, and here's just one example of it, a company that sells it, but what they do is they sell little bottles of water that have been imprinted or has a frequency copied onto them. It's just kind of a little silly thing, but it's kind of a cool little gift. And so if somebody wants to, let's say, whatever you want to gift them, you can give them, like, you could make infoceuticals for them. You could make them infoceuticals of their vitamins. You could make infoceuticals of whatever, like whatever they're into, and you can just make these little bottles of infoceuticals, and you could give them like a nice little set. And it's kind of a cool thing, but it exists. It's out there in the world. People are actually making and selling them, and so you could easily make them and gift them yourself. Now, another idea too about people, we're all carrying a cell phone, and now I don't know if most of you guys may or may not know this, but there's actually a frequency called the EMF harmonization and protection frequency, and it comes on a card on the Leela Q site. And this is a great, like people that are kind of concerned about EMF, and there's all these different places selling EMF stickers, which the majority don't work, from all the different studies on those things, but this works. This has got science behind it. So why not get them the EMF card or make your own, which is where I'm going, charge your own. You could make your own EMF card that they could just slide in behind their phone, inside their phone case, right? Just like a really cool kind of EMF thing for their phone. Now, there's also EMF clothing. Now, as I mentioned, the Leela Quantum Tech themselves, they sell the EMF clothing as in the form of t-shirts, beanies, baseball hats, and also jackets. Okay. But however, right now they don't have a woman's underwear product. They don't have pet products. And so one of the things that I think that would be a great gift idea is to just, go on Amazon and buy the, links again, all in the description, but going on Amazon and finding other kinds of EMF clothing items that you can't get from Leela, and then go ahead and charging them. So you can get anything from hoodies to shawls to scarves. I mean, there's so many things, little throws, but they're all EMF type of materials that have got the metal, right? Metal threads woven into the material. And so you can get all of these different kinds of EMF clothing, and then charge it yourself. And so if you charge it with just that quantum energy, then you give that clothing not only a shielding capability, but also it's going to be doing something on their biology and mitigating the effect of EMF internally as well. So giving the gift of, of EMF protection to the people you love couldn't be a better gift. If honestly, it's a great gift. So if you can't find the type of clothing that you'd like to gift, like I just showed you, then go and buy it and charge it with your Bloc. Okay, so that's another really good idea that I have done as well. Now there's more. So one of the things that I kind of want to share with you, the concept of for car and home, and also for pets. Now, what are the different, different gift ideas that I got for you on this one? So now, here's the thought that this is my thinking, my logic that I want to share with you, and that is, using metal cubes or metal plates, and you could use them for different things. And let me explain my logic. Now, I've actually done this, and so this is my logic on it. Right now, if you take one of those Leela capsules, it weighs 1.2 ounces, and it has a 12-foot diameter energy field, meaning that you take 1.2 ounces of metal, charge it, right? And and they use at Leela, they use a 2200 infinity block, or I don't know if it's an infinity block, but the block that they use to create their products is a 2200 block. Okay, so if you have a boosted IB infinity block, it's 2700. If you've got a new infinity block you bought this year, it's 3800. If you've got a grand block, that puppy's 1800. If you've got a travel block, that's 1133. So there's different varying strengths, but the idea though is that if you've got one of these stronger blocks, then this is the logic. Okay, so if a 1.2 ounces of metal will generate a 12-foot diameter field, then what would happen, right, if you've got more metal, bigger field? Now, there's no linear math on this. Nobody knows. Philip hasn't tested it. It's just, to me, kind of like quantum common sense. So here's some ideas on what you could do with just giving somebody a charged chunk of metal. Okay, now here's the idea. Now you could get a cube, and you can get any metal you want, but I'm just defaulting on titanium right now, because that's kind of the apples to apples comparison to the capsule, right? Because the majority of the capsule's weight's the 5 spheres plus the brass, but mostly it's, the titanium is what holds the energy. So I'm just thinking that, hey, if you got like a titanium cube, and so here's here's the idea. You go onto Amazon and you buy a titanium sphere. And the one that I found was like 1.5 inches, right? So 1.5 inch titanium cube, a little cube of metal. And this is, what it looks like, right? And you get one of those and it's going to weigh 8.8 ounces. And that's basically, that's like having 7 capsules, or one big capsule that's the size of 7. Either way, right? But it's the equivalent weight of 7 capsules. So obviously the field would be way bigger than 12 feet. And you know what it would be big enough for? A little 1.5 inch titanium cube, which is kind of cool looking. It's kind of like a little keepsake dust collecting desktop thing, right? I mean, it's cool. And I'm nerd, okay, so I think it's cool. Okay, but if, it's a weight of 7 capsules, so it's perfect, for putting in your car, right? Because like the recommendation on cars, not electronic vehicles, right? Those are way different from an EMF standpoint. But just regular cars they still have a high level of EMF because you're inside a metal box, a lot of wiring. And there's electricity going through the car, right? So the recommendation's always been, wear 1 capsule for yourself. But if you want to do the whole car, the recommendation was have 4 capsules in there. That was what has been the recommendation. If you wanted to, if you didn't have a travel block. In fact, this was way before travel blocks were even available. So, it was like, hey, you should have 4 for a car, and then that would do it, right? Well, if you had a 1.5 inch little titanium cube that was charged in a block, it's the equivalent weight of 7 capsules. Boom, you're good. You got enough energy to surround the car and give you that quantum energy EMF mitigation protection that we're all after, right? And so just these little tiny cubes, you could put them in your car, you could use them in your home, you could put any one of these little cubes that you charge, you could put it in a room, and that room would then be surrounded with quantum energy emanating from this little cube like a capsule would, or in the barn or in the office. There's all these different places you could put these cubes where they would basically emanate quantum energy, and everything would be in that field, and you'd have all the benefits that you read about and hear about in terms of the studies. Now, the other thing too that's really cool is that you can get a bigger cube. And so like the absolute nerd in me went looking for one. And so there's a 1 kilogram cube, happens to be on sale right now. It's like, this one's on sale for like $279. It's like 47%. I mean, I'm not affiliated with any of this. And then, so it's so cool. I mean, it comes on its own little stand, right? And it's basically 1,000 gram 1 kilogram cube of titanium. Totally cool. If you have a nerd in your life, this is cool. So it's a big square of titanium. Now that 1,000 milligrams, or it's 1 kilogram of titanium, is equal to 35.3 ounces, which is like 29 capsules. So if you just had that, if you wanted to say here's my point. You can buy this thing for $279, and so if you don't have enough money to gift somebody a block, but you still want to give them the the benefit of quantum energy, and you want to have it for their whole house or their whole barn, right? Then this is a great idea. You could just charge this titanium cube, and then just say, hey, here's a positive energy titanium cube. Just put this in your house, and this thing is going to be putting out quantum energy, and it's going to basically create a little energy field around your home because it's going to have that much energy. It's like 29 capsules, right? And that's my logic, okay? And that's kind of how I was thinking about this. But I thought it was a really cool idea to be gifting somebody one of these cubes that you create, just because it's cool and it's positive quantum energy. Now, the same can be done for metal plates. And so if you go on Amazon, there's this one store, and there's multiple different stores. Here's just an example, but this one here, they basically sell metal plates, and they sell aluminum plates. Okay, now I haven't looked for titanium plates, but I'm just going off of aluminum plates because that's what the blocks are made out of, are aluminum plates. And so they can make these plates. They come in different sizes. Here's the one that's 6 inches by 6 inches by 1 inch thick. 27 bucks. 15% coupon. And then so basically it's an aluminum plate. And so what you would do with this plate is you would charge the plate. So buying a metal plate aluminum plate, or titanium if you can find it. And then what you would do is you would charge it. And what would you do with the charged aluminum plate? Well, guess what? It works perfectly as a charged item for putting under a computer, putting it under your router. If you got a smart meter, put it over that. If you got it in the kitchen, you could put it under your bowl that you keep your fruit in, right? You could just, in other words, you could target little tiny areas of your house with just a really strong level of quantum energy because it's sitting on a charged tile or plate of aluminum. And then you can just really kind of concentrate that energy right there. So you could be in your kitchen. You could put it in your refrigerator, right? Like putting it on the bottom of every shelf of your refrigerator so that it's constantly, putting out that energy, into the food, your water, and so forth. And so that's kind of one of the ideas of being able to gift somebody quantum energy, where, you may not be able to afford, right, giving them a cube. A lot of us can't. These aren't, not cube, but Bloc. So if you can't afford a Bloc and you can't gift a Bloc, well, you can afford maybe, it's up to you, but you can afford charging a little cube of metal or a plate of metal and giving that to them, and then just telling them, hey, this is what you would use it for. Put it under your Wi-Fi router, mitigate the EMF coming out of that. Put the plate in your refrigerator, right? Put your cheese on top of it, right? Keep your cheese quantum charged, and all the benefits that you would get from having that quantum energy inside your refrigerator or on your countertop. So those are some ideas that I thought you might be interested in, okay? Now, the other ideas here are for pets, and we all have pets, and we love them so much. Our moms have pets, our dads have pets, our friends have pets. So what a great Christmas gift, and to give somebody something for their animal. So obviously, just like Leela does, if you don't like the type of collar that Leela sells, no problem. Go buy another collar. Just make sure it's got some metal on it. It all has to have metal, right? That's going to hold the energy. So definitely getting them collars, getting them tags. And one of the things that's kind of cool about dog tags is I found a site that sells titanium dog tags. And by the way, I'm always going to default to titanium because that's like the go-to we know works, because that's what Leela uses for their spheres, right? So that's why I'm defaulting to titanium. But get them a titanium dog tag to put on, their pet. And they come in all different shapes and sizes. And also too, there's dog tags that come in sterling silver. And so I found this site, I think it's, I found this one guy who sells custom-made sterling silver dog tags, dog pendants. And the cool thing about this guy is that somewhere on his website, or I think somewhere in here, they'll customize, like your dog's paw print kind of thing. So you can get all sorts of, just go on Etsy. There's thousands of people that do this. But here's just an example of how you can get a really cool little thing for the animal, or that person really likes their dog. You can get them a sterling silver pendant. Like this one's really cute, $56. Charge it, give it to them. Wonderful Christmas gift, for either tags for the people that own the dogs or the dog itself. Really cool stuff. Obviously, and this is what I have going on in my house right now, is I have metal dog bowls, and I've charged all of my metal dog bowls so that when the water's sitting in there, just like a Leela water bottle, well, the bowl is stainless steel, it's charged, and the water in the bowl is going to pick up the charge and the frequency. The frequency I use for my dog's bowl is just dog vitamins. You buy the little dropper bottles of dog vitamins, and I just, I charge that frequency into the bowl itself. So, and then the water is picking up that frequency, so they're always getting the frequency of their vitamins and minerals when they drink their water. So, it's a no-brainer, right? Just a metal dog bowl. Obviously, using the metal plates works great with pets. If you want to basically kind of, EMF protect your pet, there's a couple of ways. You could take one of those metal plates and put it under their dog bed, right? So that when they're sleeping there, they're in that little quantum field. Or what's even better is EMF clothing, right? Because they make EMF clothing for dogs. So, and I don't know if they make it for cats, but they, I found one that is EMF radiation protection pet jacket vest. It's got that metal threads embedded into the material. So you can get your dog a EMF vest, charge it, right? Put that quantum energy in there to help the dog not only shield from physical radiation, but also mitigate it from a biological standpoint. So, it's like 60 bucks for a dog vest, and it's EMF. And, honestly, if somebody gave me this, hint, 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 I would totally love it for my dogs, because I haven't gotten this yet. I'll probably buy it for myself. Never mind. But, I totally cool, right? So that's the idea here is that, if you have a block, it is unlimited what you could charge and come up with when you think about a person and gifting them the gift of positive energy. I mean, what could be a better gift than giving someone positive energy that not only is helpful, it's like life force energy for themselves, but it also helps with that EMF and all that other wonderful stuff that you hear about from the studies. So there you go. That's my 2024 quantum gift ideas. I wanted to share it with you. It is a little early again, but you know what? You've got to, if you're going to do some of these little tinks, I'm a tinker. These are tinks. If you're going to create some of these wonderful little positive energy devices and things to gift to people, you're going to need some lead time. So I wanted to get this video out early so you can go ahead and get creative and come up with what you want. And honestly, if you do some of this stuff, please post it in the Telegram chat group. Let us know what you came up with. All ideas are awesome, and it's great to be sharing it. Okay, so there you go. So thanks for watching the video. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, I know it's not Halloween yet, and I just want to say Merry Christmas anyway, because it's coming up. I mean, today is like October something. It's October 16, which, you know what October 16 means to everybody? That there's only 4 paychecks till Christmas. So, hey, chop, chop, everybody. get going. You've only got 4 paychecks till Christmas. And here are some great ideas on how you could spread positive quantum energy to all the people and pets that you love. And so Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day. Aloha.